welcome to another episode of Pride Bonsai. It's your boy Banner and my friends. To be honest, I'm not feeling so well today. I've not been feeling well for a couple of days, but that ain't say nothing about the price of coffee. The work had to go on, what I say. So, with that, my friends, what we have happening today, we have a few things happening today. I have two bougainvilleas that I was given by my friend Andel. Thank you so very, very much, Andel. It was a bit of an exchange, but I ain't saying nothing. My partner linked me up, and what I'm going to do today is to repot these bougainvilleas. Apart from that, we're going to look at two air layers that I did. One on an Ironwood tree. I know you would have seen that a couple of videos ago where I redid the air layer. And another one on Texas ebony. So we're going to look at those and see if they were at all successful. And then to end off the video, we're going to take a little trip. You know, I had a visit, a very nice visit from my Trinidad Canadian friend, Candice. And when she came for a visit, we took a nice little trip. So you're going to see some footage of that. Yeah? So, with that said, my friends, let me just go. Alright. So, this is one of the bougainvilleas that Andel gave me. And I did some cut state when I originally got it because it was way too long. So that wasn't, I did some cuts as soon as he gave it to me. I cut the branches, the long branches. So what has been happening is that it has started to bud back out and show signs of growth. But it has not been potted up as yet, and we needed to look at the situation where these pots are concerned, where this, not the pot, sorry, where the soil is concerned and where the roots are concerned. So what I'm going to do today with these two bougainvilleas, I'm not showing you the next one yet. I'm deliberately not showing you the next one yet. What I'm going to do today with these two bougainvilleas is remove the dirt, look at the root system, remove what we don't want, and pot it up into some makeshift pots until better could be done. And there goes my little background. But this is just normal garden soil. So we're going to remove that and let us hope that we don't kill it. Now, before I move on, this bougainvillea has started developing a bit of a hollow, which is something of a nice feature. So let me see how this goes as things go along, yeah? So alright, let's get to work. So my friends, after about 10 minutes and a saw and a lot of digging, this is where I have reached, and there's a lot of circling roots around this this very nice bougainvillea tree. So what ideally I would want to encourage or to develop is a nice fine feeder root system. Although bougainvilleas have a tendency to get some more or less big roots, I think with some constant working, I had a loss for words there just now, that could be developed. So I'm going to continue working away at this until I get down to really and truly the system, the bare system, as it were. And we're going to come back and start to do some root removals. Yeah? So I'll be back. All right. So I've taken the opportunity to wash the roots to get a better look at what is happening. And as I bring it closer, you can see that we have some big bits that making circles around because of the pot that it was in. And then we have some big bits making circles around, and as I said, what we want to try to encourage is that fine feeder root system. So I'm going to take away these two huge roots and see what I have left after that. So essentially, my friends, what I am doing, I am removing all of the roots that are long and pointing in a direction that I don't really want. And then what I'm going to do is remove roots that are essentially out of the proverbial root plane. Now, hoping that this extensive body of wood that I'm doing here is going to yield some good results. Oh my. Just to show you guys, this side does not have any grandeur amount of roots. However, this side does. So I'm going to continue working and removing. This root was broken, but I'm not going to take away too much because ideally Rome wasn't built in a day now. Rome was not built in a day. So this is the pot that I'm going to use for now, for a while, to help develop that root system. Hoping that what I've left behind is good enough for this to survive. I'm positioning the roots as best as I can to ensure that I get as radial as possible that spread, and I don't have too many things crisscrossing and jumbling up all over the place. So I'm doing some last minute or some final snips to things that really and truly not going to work out too well. And as I said, I hope that what I've left is good enough to survival of this tree. So my friends, eventually what I want to do, I would very much like to develop a canopy, not much taller than this. As a matter of fact, I would like to develop a canopy probably about this height here, so that you know this is a nice, well-developed tree over time. Obviously, it's going to take some time. It's going to take a couple of years to do that development. But hey, I'm here for it. God willing, I am here for it. So this is the first one, and there's a branch coming off here that shoots to the back. I'm leaving this for now. I'm hoping that something develops from this. I'm seeing something developing from this to the back, and well, as I said, we have growth happening. So with this, let us hope that this is a A-OK body of work that we just did. Yeah, I am quite comfortable with the angle, the slanting angle, this coming up here, this here and this here, and let's move on to the next plant. All right, my friends, this is the next bougainvillea, and this, my friends, as you can see, has a very nice hollowed trunk feature. Right? A really nice hollowed trunk feature. And this hollow trunk feature, look at that. It goes all the way through. All the way through. This, when I got this, I was like, yo ho ho, and a bottle of rum. It's shooting, as I said before. As soon as I got it, I made some cuts. Cut these long branches. So now it's a matter of potting it up. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to remove the dirt, and then we're going to make some choices and put it up into a temporary growing pot until better could be done. Yeah? So let's get to it. So friends, I have to mention that my microphone is not working. I don't know what is happening with it. And that is why I am recording open air, for lack of a better way of putting it. Anyways, getting back to the job at hand. This, I have removed the dirt and I've washed away on the soil, the balance of the soil, to see what is happening. And what we have here is a trunk that is hollowed through and through. And I'll show you all that in just a sec. In just a second. But before I show you all that, let's get to removing some of these unnecessary roots. So I have this very big root here that I need to remove because it comes out and it wraps all the way around. So I'm gonna get rid of that. And that has taken a lot with it. I wonder if this could go from root cuttings. If anybody knows, let me know. Now there is something that I did not mention that I need to mention, and that is that bougainvillea wood is rather soft, and even though it is giving me this hollow trunk feature, I don't have lime sulfur. I have to find a way to preserve this wood, to maintain this feature, because as you can see, it is decaying, and this could go from being hollow to being nothing. And I do apologize for the sniffling. As I said, I'm not feeling 100%, but the work had to go on. And I'm removing a lot of these roots that are high up, skewing the vision of the trunk, the beauty of the trunk. And what I have happening here now is all of these roots to the bottom, as you can see, they are pointing down. Now granted, I could probably try to force them to splay out a bit. I could probably try that. See if that works. And let's see how this thing comes on along. Alright, so my friends, I have the pot ready. It has a base layer of soil. As I showed you before, you can see the hollow straight through and through. This is going to be a gorgeous planting once this survives. Now, As I also said, the roots are going straight down. So what I'm going to do is to try to plant it and try to spread them out a bit like this in the planting. I don't have a disc, which would have been nice, to place like a disc or something underneath it, so that the roots don't. Actually, this just might work. It's not as big, but there is something blocking, and I see what it is. And I'm going to take a big chance here and remove this piece that is blocking the trunk from sitting as I want it. So I put a little flat stone to act as a plate or something, so that it will encourage the roots rather than going down. It'll go like that. So now I'm going to fill this up with some soil and hope and pray that this survives. The both of them survive, because I did an extensive amount of root work on them. So and there you have it, my friends. So this has been potted up, and this would be the front of it, displaying this nice hollowed out feature. We have some growth happening. I hope that I did this at the right time. When I say at the right time, in the sense that the buds coming out, so it was a good time to repot, and I hope that it has enough roots that it survives, and we could continue picking and choosing roots from both bougainvilleas as the time passes. As I said before, I don't have limestone to harden this wood, but something just came to mind. When you pick up driftwood by the sea, it is hardened by, I want to believe, that sea salt, that seawater. So I'm thinking to myself, probably I could try the same concept. Tell me what you think about that. Let me know what you think in the comments. I like replying to the comments. I like reading the comments. I like replying. As per usual, like, subscribe, share. Thank you so very, very much for joining me. And on that, we're going to move on to the areas. Yeah? So, there we go. So, my friends, in this thing, we've had successes, we've had failures. And in this particular instance, I believe that this was a failure. I'm going to scrape the bark a bit to see if it is still green. And yes, it is still green, but I want to believe that we may have some dead bits. Even though the top is still green, the ends are dead. And I have to be very, very careful with this, because these have some really nasty thorns on them. Now, this is very abnormal, because all of the leaves have fallen off of this, the air-layered part of the tree. All of the leaves. So I don't know if this is a feature of this tree. I've never experienced it. This is new to me. So this area was a failure. The second time around, it failed again, and I don't know that I'm going to torture this anymore. I'm going to remove this That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to remove this and then I'm going to show you the scope of this tree and what we could potentially develop, or what we could do, or what I think I might be able to do. The air layer did not take. It did not take, my friends, and that's okay. We can't win them all. We cannot win them all. What I can do, however, considering that this is still green, I could plant this as a layer onto itself and see if anything comes of this. So we're not going to throw this away. I'm going to plant it and see if it does anything. I'll put a little bit of rooting hormone. I'll scar the bottom again, put some rooting hormone and stick it in some dirt and see what happens. Yeah, so that's it. That's the experiment. I'm going to scar the bottom of this, put some rooting hormone, stick it in some dirt. Granted, there are no leaves to support, but let's see if anything comes of it. I know I'm walking away and talking like I have on a microphone. I do apologize. What I was saying, in case you didn't catch it, worst case scenario, this does not shoot any roots and it dies. And in that case, we haven't lost anything. We've learned because we've tried an experiment. If it does shoot roots, then wow, it's going to be amazing. So I'm going to remove some of the branches, or shorten some of the branches back a little bit, and we're going to plant this up and look at the tree holistically. Yeah, so I'll be right back. All right, so I potted it up using the same soil medium as I did before, with a bit of sphagnum moss in the soil to aid. As I said, I put a bit of rooting hormone. I rescarred it, I put a bit of rooting hormone, and we're going to place this one side in a safe space so that it could get the best possible chance of surviving. So here's to this. Let's see. And then we're going to move on, and let's move on to the Ironwood. Let's see what's going on with that. I almost forgot before I move on to the Ironwood. So this was the air layer that I took off, where I lost the roots. On this tree, all the air layers on this particular Texas ebony has not been doing well at all. But anyways, the parent tree is still alive, and as you can see, where I took the air layer, we have new shoots. Now we have this coming up here. We have this this branch here that could potentially be a new lead, or we could continue along with this and do some development. So as you can see here, we have a lot happening with this. So we have a lot of decisions to make, and this is not a decision to make lightly or to rush into making. So I'm going to take my time with this and see, really and truly think about what I want to do, or what I envision this tree being in the future. You know, as with all things related to bonsai, you know, you take your time, you try your best. You know, it don't always happen like that, but you try your best to take your time and think the process through. It don't always work like that for me. Sometimes I do things, most of the times I do things on the fly, but you know, sometimes you have to really draw back and take your time with it. So let's move on to the Ironwood, my friends. So my friends, as you can see, there is a root. Is that the only root? I do not know. It is quite possible. Would this survive on that one particular root? I don't know. It is quite possible. So let's see what is happening. Let's remove this air layer and plant it up and hope for the best. Yeah, there we go. So I'm going to cut at this base here. I really don't want to damage anything, and it is proving to be a little bit cumbersome. That's it, my friends. Here you have these two little roots. Well, the littleish roots. And let's hope that we get a lot more from this. So I'm gonna pot this up. And yeah, always a nice thing to have some kind of success. We'll see. So let me get to potting this up and we'll be right back, okay? So, my friends, I potted this up and I don't know why I keep saying we will be right back and we when it's just me alone doing this thing here. Anyways, I potted this thing up and whilst I was potting it up, one of the roots fell off. Hey, boy. Yeah. So hopefully it will survive on the one root. Hopefully it will survive on that one root. I will put it in a nice safe place. And let's hope it survives. And what I'm doing now is just kind of neatening up this cut a bit. I cut back a bit more. So I'm neatening this up. Or trying to neaten this up so that it could heal a bit better. You know? Because I want this to be the new lead. Alright, my friends, so I just did some carving to kind of smoothen that transition from the trunk to the apex, and this is a pretty good front. Now there are these two branches to the back here that a decision needs to be made on. So on that note, thank you so very, very much for joining me here on Try Bonsai. As I said, I'm going to show some footage now of a visit that I had from my Trini Canadian friend Candice. And yeah, I go see you all soon, you know. Take care of yourself, you know, the usual. Be good to yourself, be good to others, treat people how you want to be treated, and our climate is our responsibility. We have an opportunity to change it, so let us do that. So, stick around for this nice footage, and the usual, like, subscribe, share with your friends, share with anybody you think that, you know, might appreciate or value what I'm doing or learn from what I'm doing, because it's all a learning process. You know, we try and bonsai, you dig? Anyways, on to the footage. There we go.